So I just got an order for a design that the customer actually sent me the design, so I am going to design that with you guys. So for those of you that are new to Cricut, this is going to be so helpful for you, so you can understand how to manipulate Cricut and know how to work around Cricut. So we are just going to start right away so I don't waste your time. So I'm gonna, this design is just gonna be something I'm gonna type. So I am going to type in me versus me. That's the person's what the person like, and I'm gonna put the verses this way, and I am going to change fonts and all of that. So this here I am gonna duplicate. In order to duplicate, you click on this here so we can duplicate. But before I duplicate, let me change the font size style to what I like. So I am going to come here. I have in on Cricut, you have Cricut um fonts which you pay for it, and I see I already purchased this one. Did not even know I did, but there are other ones. I see this one is free. So you see all of this here, it says you have to buy them. This one is, I have already purchased it, because you can see it says purchased. And you just see different types that you like. You can purchase, buy whatever you like on here. And if you don't want, you can, I can tell you guys where to find these fonts for free, but you have to make sure that the fonts are um can be used for what they call it now, for business. This commercial, they have commercial and personal, so you want to make sure it's commercial, but if it's personal you can use it. But you guys let me know in the comment section if you want that, so I can see some of them that I already purchased. So but anyways, so this is a system fonts. The ones I have 603 fonts style, and some of them I purchased from Etsy, from Creative Fabrica, and some of them are free fonts. So I am gonna go ahead and look for the fonts that I like for this design. So I'm just gonna go ahead and be, checking them out. So looking at this, I kind of like this one here, so I'm just gonna keep this the way it is, and I am going to change this one to something different. So I always like, I forgot to show you guys. So anyways, from this system here, when you see, if you want to save this on your own little folder, it is called the bookmarked. So you click on this here, it is gonna go, it's gonna be saved in this bookmarked, and that's gonna be like a favorite wherever, like the ones that you frequently like to use is gonna be saved on the base bookmarked. So I have favorite ones, the ones that I like to use, which sometimes I like to type it here. If I type it here, I will find it, and if, which is this one here. But if I go here, I will not get all those options. When I type, I just get exactly what is there. So I just get exactly what is in my favorite. So I go ahead and click on that because that's what I like to use. So this one here, I am going to enlarge it to make it bigger, and I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this, and you guys will see the design is gonna come. You guys are gonna get it. So all I'm gonna do is to bring this one closer. I am literally, looking at my phone and designing it because the person just took a screenshot and sent it to me. So I'm literally designing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this here. This is to group it. So literally you will get like in you'll see what exactly action you're about to take is gonna, like, you see the way this one says ungroup shift plus control plus G. That's how to ungroup it. So you'll see, like, in a little bit of, you see, like, you know, just exactly what you see here, that black thing that appears, it tells you what action you're about to take. So this one is for duplicate, and Control D is what on your keyboard is what's gonna help you duplicate. And of course, we all know this is delete. So when you read it, when you see this, you see what it is. You just go around and see what this tells you. It literally tells you what it is. So um so I am gonna go ahead and change this color. You want to change color, you come here. This always come as gray black, so I like it as dark black. So not like it really matters when you're cutting an image with vinyl, it don't really matter. But for me, I just love to have it black when it's black, because that's how I like it to look like. So now I am gonna go ahead and type in the rest of the design, and I am literally looking at my phone. And the next one is gonna be I am my only competition. So I'm gonna type in I am my only competition. So when you type it, you see this here. For those of you that are beginner to all of this, you pull this just to make it smaller, and bring it closer to you, and keep on pulling. Another option is you can change your font size, and it's gonna bring it down. So you got two options: either you pull it down or up, or you come here, you change this to maybe, let's say, 20, and boom. So you have those two options. So I am saying all of this, I'm literally making this a beginner friendly. So for those of you that are not used to Cricut and don't know what to do, this is gonna help you out. So now this is literally everything he wants, but I have to put a tweak to it. So I am gonna go ahead and change this font style to the font style that is close to what he wants. So I'm gonna go to my system. For system, I will be able to see all the designs that I have that I can use. I don't want to go to Cricut, because Cricut, I'm gonna find something, but it may be something that I have to pay for. So I always want to go for the system. I don't want to go to bookmarks, because I only have some of my favorite. I may not have what I'm looking for, so I'm not gonna go for bookmarks. I'm gonna go for system. So I'm gonna just start from the beginning. But first of all, I want to take out this rain so I can get everything. There we go. So I'm gonna start from the beginning now. So when you see it, you'll be able to see the kind of font style that you want. All of this is not what I'm looking for. So I am gonna go ahead and look at the ones that I want. Let me check this one out. Actually looks good. Let me expand it a little bit. I just want to be sure that's what I want. I'm gonna look at the design on my phone to make sure that's what it is. It actually looks good, but I'm gonna keep on looking. So I'm gonna be going. Let me bookmark this, because I kind of like the font. It's just regular. There's nothing. So I just click on this here to bookmark it, so it can go to my favorite. So I am gonna go ahead and look, and you just scroll to look at what you're looking for, because you literally see how it's looking like with that, and you can judge what you actually want. So let's see this one. I need something plain. I am my only competition. So let me see here. Alright, let me keep on going. I'm just looking at my phone when I said let me see here. I don't want that one. Yeah, I already seen how it looked like. It looked like some kind of Halloween font, so I do not want that. So I'm gonna check on this one. No, I don't want this. You can see it has like the white stuff. I don't know what that is, so I don't want that. So I check on this. I need something really plain that looks fancy, which is good, but for this design that he sent for me, I did not see nothing fancy. Let me see this one real quick. This could be a winner though. I think I like this is the one I'm gonna go for. Alright, so I'm gonna change the color. Not like the color really matter, just my preference. So I think I like this works. So one thing I want to show you guys here, let me show you guys. So in order to get the box and the box with the window letters, if that makes sense, we will have to do this. So just pay attention for those of you that don't know how this works, don't know this. So you click on shapes. We're gonna go ahead and click on square, and I am gonna go ahead and pull this. So I am gonna just make this. So this here is where you have your size, your width, and your height. So this here you can unlock and lock. This here, when you unlock, you'll be able to change your height or your width without the other one automatically changing. If it's locked, it's gonna automatically change. If you click on lock, when you change something, the other one will automatically change, but when you open it up, it's just gonna change exactly what you want to change. So this one I'm gonna make it a 2 inches. So boom, you see it's small now. So let me show you this, what I was saying. So let me lock it and change this to a 5, and you're gonna see this width that is 12.55 is gonna change. So let's make this a 5. You see what I'm talking about? It did change to 31 points whatever. So when you unlock it, you'll be able to change it to whatever you want. So I want this on as 1, and I want this to be probably 9. Okay, so you have more control. You can pull this out if you want. You can make it smaller. You can do whatever rather than typing in. It's 100% gonna be up to you. So I'm going to, get it to how I like it using my mouse, and I'm going to make this. I just want to see how much size. So what I'm gonna do now is to take this square to the back so I can see the letters. So I'm gonna take this, I'll click on arrange and send this to back. So now we can literally see what we're working with. So I want to increase this a little bit. There we go. I think this looks good. Y'all let me know. So this here, I am going to see if I can align this, bring to center, and it's actually centered. So when you want to align, you want to bring something to center, you can use this, align and bring to center, bring to left. You see how it's changing, bring to right. You see how it's changing, bring to the center. You can put that way, or you can use this center horizontal, or align to the bottom. It's gonna go to the bottom. You have a lot of options. You just gotta play with stuff in order to know what exactly you are trying to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and just center this so it can be in the center of the whole piece. So this is centered. So now I am going to go ahead and highlight this too and click on slice. So remember, I am trying to get a window letter. I don't know if that's the best way to say it, a window, whatever. So you will see what I'm trying to say. I'm a visual person, so I gotta see for me to know what you're talking about. So I am gonna go ahead and take this out. You see it's gonna give us what I'm talking about. There we go. So this is how to get your window, and I'm gonna click on my regular black, and I can delete this too because I am literally done with it. So boom, and I am going to size this up to be equal to the other one, or I reduce that one, whatever works. And boom, this is exactly how the design look like that the customer wants. So I'm just gonna move this a little bit and highlight all of this as one piece, and I am going to go ahead and click on group, and this is grouped. So now I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, but before I delete that, I want to see the fonts. I want to see if the fonts that I was using, oh, I did not do that before. I did not do that. I should have done that before I sliced it. Now it's giving me a sliced result. I cannot see exactly what I used. So I think I can figure that out. If I watch this again, I'll be able to figure that out. I'm gonna save that to my favorite. So I like it. It looks good. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I don't need this anymore. But if the customer wants the reverse, I can literally do the reverse as well. So but this is exactly what he wants. So I got the design made for him. Let me look at my phone to make sure I got it placed where it needs to be placed. Oh, perfect. Actually, this sliced one is supposed to be directly underneath this here. There we go. That's how it's supposed to look like. Oh, why is it looking? Can you guys see that? Oh, I see the mistake I did. So this me versus me is not aligned, so I will have to go align it to bring them to the bottom. But the verses is not supposed to be at the bottom. I'm supposed to actually make it smaller, this one here. So this is supposed to be somewhere here, around here. But before I do that, let me move this aside. Move, it's grouped. Ungroup it. Move this aside. Something is grouped. Ungroup. Alright. I want to just highlight these two and bring them to bottom. You remember when I said the alignment? Go to align here. Bring this to align to bottom. There we go. They are both aligned to bottom. Now they look better. So now I want to move this closer a little bit. Let me bring this one up here. This one is supposed to be smaller, and she is supposed to be next to this, like this. So I am going to bring this one closer just a little bit. Don't want it to be too far away, like it's something different, like it's on its own. And I think it looks better. Yep, that looks better. I just confirmed that. And where this verses is, it is actually slanted on the what they call it, on the picture that he sent to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this slant. So you see this here, this arrow that is, let me show you guys this here. The arrow appeared, but you guys cannot see it because it's on this black. So let me make this a different color so you guys can see the arrow that I'm about to show you. So you see this arrow here, you see the arrow, you can slant this like this a little bit, and boom. So I'm going to change this back to black. I just changed the color just for the sake of this video. So it's going to be a little bit slanted, and let me be sure. Yeah, that looks good. And now let me see if I can slant this a little bit again. I think that looks way better. I'm going to make it smaller. Bring this closer. Right, so this looks good. So I am gonna go ahead and I think I should reduce this a little bit from the picture that I have here. This looks way better. Oh, Maybe this ones, they need to be bigger a little bit, I think. And I'm just gonna delete this to duplicate. I don't want to have to try to figure out the size of each. I'm gonna align this to the bottom.
This is the doctor's office.
Bring this here.
Step on my back.
Step in your back?
Sorry.
It's okay. Standing on your back?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna bring this here. Now bring this down a little bit.
I touch your back hurting, Daddy?
Yeah.
And I will make this a little bit smaller. I gotta align with the design. Let's see here. This one is supposed to be aligned as well. Now it looks better. It looks like the picture. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. And boom. All done. So now I'm gonna click on group this all together, so when I move this here, anywhere I move it, it's gonna go together. And this is how you can walk around on Cricut Design Space. You can actually use rotate to rotate however you want it to go. Like, you have a lot of options here. And I will have to like make a video to tell you guys all of this, what is meant for, all of this, and explain all of this. So this panel here actually is where all your individual designs are. You'll be able to, you know, click on them and do whatever you want to do. And this is your color palette for your design. But I will have to, like, you know, do a separate video on each and every item on this on this page. So before you do anything else, since we are cutting this as one color, we don't have to worry about nothing but to come here. Okay, let me explain this better. If we are doing these different colors, then we will have to change the colors, and the next step that I want to show you will not be able to do it that way. We'll have to separate everything. Maybe I'll have to do a different video on that. But the fact that this is one color based, we can just go here and click on weld. Let me explain what weld is. With weld, you will not be able to unweld. So when you decide you want to weld, you have to make sure that you're done with your project. You're not gonna mess with the project anymore. You know that for sure your project is done, so you know you're welding. When you weld it, you cannot unweld. The only thing you can do is to go backwards, and that can unweld it for you. But
I was trying to make Daddy feel better.
So I'm just gonna click on undo again, and now it's been unweld, but I want it to be welded, so I'm gonna click on combine here. I'm sorry, my daughter is in the background and I can't control her mouth. So, but anyways, I'm gonna click on combine here. So this will help when we are cutting an image. When you click on combine and click on weld, it will help you to cut your image exactly like this. Everything is gonna be arranged like this. But if you don't weld it, let me show you what's gonna happen. Let's click on make here, and everything is going to be scattered. You can see everything is not arranged. Everything is all the way, you know, doing its own thing. So when you click on weld, it's gonna weld everything together as one piece, and you're gonna cut it as one piece. So that's the reason why welding it is very important. But if it's two different colors, then you want to weld whatever is same color so they can all be combined together. Does that make any sense? So we're gonna go here, we're gonna combine. I know I'm done with this design, I'm not messing with it anymore. Everything, it looks perfect to me. I'm gonna click on weld. But if you know you are not sure if this is completed, if you're gonna mess with it, just duplicate it and just come here and hide one of them, and come here and click on combine and weld this. So I have the other one, so I'm not even worried. Even if this one, I want to change anything, I know for sure I have the other one for backup. So this is the other one here. This one is the welded one, this is the one that is not welded. So that's the way you can make sure you have a copy that you can work with. But this one, we cannot work with it anymore. This is done and done. So when you click on that weld, like I told you guys, you cannot unweld except you go back. And if you've done a lot of stuff, and going back, you have to go back, whatever, like you have to undo everything you've done. So that's the reason why welding, it has to be when you're 100% sure you're done and you are not gonna mess with that file anymore and everything looks good. So I'm gonna click on make, and when I click on make, you can see everything is in one piece now. No messing with it, like no picking, like everything is one piece. It's not like the other one that you have to arrange everything on your shirt. But let me go reduce the size. It's so huge, so I'm gonna just reduce it. This is for large shirts. Large shirts, I always go for 10. Let me see my stuff here. Large, I go for 9.5 or 10. So I'm just gonna leave it at 10. When I say 10, I mean the width is gonna be 10. The height, I don't care. The width is what I'm about. If you change, remember, if you change this here to, let's say I want it as 4, it's gonna change my width as well. So you can see that it has changed my width. But if I want the width to be 10, I can unlock this, remember that, and we're gonna go to 10, and boom. But it kind of crunch my design. I don't like the way it look. It kind of make it like press it. So I like to leave it for Cricut to like adjust the width and the height accordingly. So this is the way Cricut wants it to be. When I put in 10 for the width, Cricut adjusted it to 3.5 as the height. So everything looks good and not looking like crunched up or looking longer, looking crunched. You know what I mean. So alright guys, so now I'm gonna duplicate this. They want this in 4 shirts, and they want two white viners. So I'm gonna make this 2 white, and they want 1 black. So I might as well just put the 1 black here, make this one white. Why I'm doing this is just because I want my viner to be to cut. I want this design to go in different colors of matte. So why I'm doing this, I'm putting the colors, is because when it's in different colors, it's gonna go in different mattes. So that's the reason why I'm doing it this way, because I want everything to go in, all the different colors to go in different mattes. I don't want all of this to be cut in one matte. If you have one color, if everything is one color, everything is going to be cut on one matte. But these 2 whites here is going to be cut on one matte. But these other colors is all going to get into a different matte. So that's the reason why I'm putting different colors. Nothing more, nothing less. But for some of you, you already know, you already understand how this works. So you will not need this explanation. Alright, so now I am gonna go ahead and click on make, and I want to change this from a 12 by 24 to a 12 by 12 mat, because that's what I'm using. And I'm gonna make sure I mirror this, and I'm gonna separate this so that I don't have, it's not too close to each other and I'm having hard time separate cutting them. And I'm going to choose this as 12 by 12 as well, because that's the mat I'm using. And this one 12 by 12 mat. I'm gonna show you guys what a 12 by 12 and 12 by 24 look like For those of you that are new to Cricut, that don't really understand things like this, I will have to show it to you guys. So you want to always make sure you mirror your image, because that way when you flip, when you what they call it now, when you with this and place it on your shirt, is gonna be placed um correctly. I will have to show you guys so you guys can physically see what I'm talking about. I'm a visual person, so I like to explain to someone in a way whereby you can see what I'm talking about. So I click on continue, and I am using Cricut Air 2, and I have Explorer 3 as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and all of these are gonna be regular viners. So the fact that I am using an Air 2, it's not like Cricut Explorer 3. Cricut Explorer 3, we get to choose everything here on the screen, but the Air 2, you get to physically pick what you want on the on the on the physical, on the machine. So I'm going to show it to you guys right now. My Cricut Air 2. So what I am going to do right now, I'm just going to switch this button from custom to iron on. You see where the iron on is? That's where I'm going to switch it to. And that's going to change on my computer right now. So now you guys can see on the screen that this has been switched from custom, where you have a lot of options to choose, to iron on. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this design off of camera. Off, I have to cut this design, and you guys are gonna watch me do it. And I'm gonna weed the design as well, so you guys will have a chance to watch me do all of this. For those of you that are new to Cricut, you understand how it works. So let's get on my camera. Hey guys, it's your girl. You guys can see me now, right? Welcome back. So these are the viners that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using a black, orange, and also white viner. And this one is a 12 by 12 cut. And this one, I believe I got the 3 yards. So because I use a lot of white, so that's the reason why I have 3 yards here. Before I do anything, let me show you guys the different kinds of size of mats that I was telling you guys about. If I can get to it. So this here, you can see how long it is. It is a 12 by 24. See how long it is? And this one here is a 12 by 12 mat, and you can see it's basically half of this one here. So when they say 12 by 24, this is what they're talking about, and this is a 12 by 12. So this one I can use if I want to, with my, if I have like a lot of designs that I don't want to have to be changing mats, I will use this. But my designs is not a lot, so I rather use this. And besides that, I don't have a lot of room behind my Cricut, so that's the reason why I like to use my 12 by 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this on the mat. So these are all Sisereasyweed viners, so you guys know I always love to use Sisereasyweed. So there are different kinds of viners out there, so you guys know. If you guys want me to show you guys different kinds of viner and the cuts and how to cut it and press, let me know. But I already have a video on the 2 major viners that I love to use, which is Sisereasyweed, which is my #1, and the Thermoflex viner. And Sisereasyweed, if you guys check out my video, is that I'm gonna either put it here or I'm gonna put a link in the description box. With Sisereasyweed, it's easy to weed, exactly how the name sounds. And the Thermoflex, I love the feel for the thermoflex. So you guys go check out that video. It's gonna explain better on thermoflex and Sisereasyweed. So you guys check out my description box for that videos, those two videos, or you check out this here. I'm gonna put it up here if I remember. So how to place your vinyl. You always I'm gonna show you this. This is the shiny place, as you can see. This is the matted place. You can see this is not shiny, and you can see this is shiny. You always want to place this shiny place on the mat, so the dull place is gonna be the one facing you. So this is how your mat is gonna look like. Excuse my mess on my mat. This is how it should look like. So you're gonna go ahead and place it, line it up exactly how it's supposed to be. And you don't want to place it anywhere else but where it's gonna, where, let me bring you guys closer so you guys can see, since this is beginner friendly. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this. You place it all the way here, put it on this corner here, and make sure you put it exactly how it is on your Cricut Design Space. So you want to place it exactly where your design is on your Cricut Design Space. I'll have to explain that in my another video. So on Cricut Design Space, you see the mat. If your design is placed somewhere here and not here, make sure you place your vinyl here, because it's gonna assume your vinyl is here and it's gonna cut this part. I hope you guys understand what I mean. So this place is, well, shiny place facing down. This is the matted place. This is the shiny place. So we're gonna place this here. And I have my third mat here, which is gonna be the white. This one is my most used vinyl, and that's the reason why I have a lot of them. So you can see this is not a straight line, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure I place it where it needs to be, so that there's no empty space without the vinyl, because Cricut is just gonna assume there is a vinyl there and it's gonna go ahead and cut it. So that is how I am going to go ahead and cut the design. So this is exactly how you can place your design on your mat, or place not your design your vinyl on your mat. So again, shiny place facing down. So this is a shiny place, this is the matted place. All right guys, so now this is the time for me to start cutting this design. This is my Cricut over here, and I'll have to verify on my Cricut on my computer to be sure which of them is supposed to be cut first. You want to always verify that, otherwise if you cut the wrong one, the wrong design on the wrong vinyl, or if you cut the wrong design on the wrong vinyl, you have to, that may be a waste, or you have to place it on something else for your own use. So you want to make sure you verify the design that you're ready to cut, so you know the right vinyl or transfer sheet to use. So I'm gonna verify this on my computer. I have the white, so that is perfect. I want to make sure my iron on is on. It is turned on. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this. Let me bring you guys closer so you can see how to place it. Excuse my cutting area. I have a lot going on here. So when placing, you will see, I'm not sure if you guys can see this here. Can you guys see here? I'll bring you guys closer some more. You see this place here, you see this place here. You want to make sure your mat is underneath this part here. Make sure it's placed correctly. And I'm gonna move this backwards so you guys can see everything now. So you see this blinking light, I am gonna go ahead and click on it, let it do its thing. And I'm gonna, you see this light here, it is telling me it's time for it, it's ready for cut. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and I don't have to hold this. I'm gonna let it go. So I'm gonna let it cut it. I just don't want to have to, you know, get this rolled out because it's 3 yards, but I will have to let it do its thing because I cannot hold this. So you'll see the flow. You guys see why I did not want to let go. So now I'm gonna let it cut, and I'm gonna come back and weed it while you guys watch me weed. And after weeding, then we are gonna go ahead and press this. It's weeding time. Yay! So I already weed all of these ones off of camera, so I don't have to waste you guys' time. So I'm gonna weed the last one so you guys can watch me do that. So, and this is the orange one I am gonna be weeding. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Can you guys see the design? Can you guys really see? Excuse my nails. You can see the cut. So now you can literally see it while you cut it, but just be careful so you don't cut your design while cutting it out. So I'm gonna set this up somewhere. I'm gonna use this for another project. So I just like to place this on my mats, and I'm gonna share it with you guys so you guys can see. So what you need for your weeding, of course you need your weeding tools, you need your scissors, and I have this small Cricut scissors, but this one has been handy for me. You may need this cutter if you have a large viner, you just want to cut it set in place without taking out the viner. You can just use this, the knife. But so when weeding, you want to start from the edge. What I usually do, the people do differently. I usually like to start from the edge. I pick it up, I just pick up the viner, and when you pick up the viner, you see the carrier here. Can you guys see the carrier? So you pull this out, pull it out, and if, as long as it's cut, the design, you'll be able to weed it real good. I like Sisereasyweed because it's so easy to weed, and of course you hear the name actually tells you it's gonna be easy to weed. It is Sisereasyweed for a reason. It's easy to weed. All right guys, I'm done weeding, so you guys watch me do it, and here we go. So I am gonna start pressing this on the shirt. I have 4 shirts here, and I have he wants it in a black, a red, which is here, a blue, and this is California blue, I believe so, and he wants it on the gray as well. So he wants the white to be on the gray and also on the blue, and also he wants the black viner to be on the red, which makes sense, and he wants the orange to be on the black. It's gonna be so it's gonna be so pretty. I can't wait to see it. So let's start pressing. I'm just gonna tell you the pressing instruction, or the press instruction. It is said you have to press it for 305 Fahrenheit and for 15 seconds. So before you do anything else, before you do anything, you always want to make sure you pre-press your shirts and take out the length. So that's what we're gonna do before we do anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my length roller ready for this. So you want to take out the length. Let me bring you guys closer. So you want to take out the length from the shirt or whatever you're trying to press, and take it out real good so the design is crispy without any kind of length on your design. You don't want that. So this is looking good. So I am gonna go ahead and pre-press this for 5 seconds and I am done pre-pressing this. So now I am going to place the black vinyl, the black design. So let me tell you something about placement. So placement is very important in a shirt. So I have my T ruler here and I have my neck measurements, and this one is for the adults, as you guys can see. So if you're gonna go for this, you go for this. If you want to go for the T ruler, you can go for it, or you can use your hand. I don't really trust the hand measurement because everybody have different hand sizes, but it just happened that my hand size is actually the size of this. So you can see that is the size, so I don't have to always use this. I can just use my hand. So if you're going for the T ruler, make sure, let me move this vinyl or this design. Make sure you place your T ruler all the way to the top, all the way. This two part is actually on the two ends, and you drop it like this. And when you place it, when you're placing your design, it should be 4 inches down, which is gonna be, it should be reading 4 here, which is gonna be, let me see, let me count. This is 10, 20, 30, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, I don't know how to determine this, but 10, 20, 30 here. So I'm not sure if you guys can really see it. Let me bring you guys closer if you have your T ruler. But let's flip this other side. Yep, this one will give us the right measurement. So I'm gonna measure it with this here. I'll tell you the right measurement with your T ruler. So you got it this way. So it's going to be 5 and close to 6 inches down. So it's, I will say you should use 5.5, 5.5. So it's gonna definitely be my hand size this way here, and after my hand size, after this part here, I'm gonna place my design. So it's gonna be 5.75, actually not 5.5, 5.75 if you're using the T ruler. So it's 5 by 3 and a 3 by 4. I don't know if you guys can really see here. So this is the 5 here I'm talking about, and this is 3 by 4. This is where you should start placing. So I would just say 5.75. If that make any sense. So if you're using your T ruler, that's your measurement. But if you're not using T ruler, this one actually makes life easier. You just place it here. Make sure you got the middle, and you got your design. This is my design, very beautiful design. I am gonna go ahead and determine my middle, my midsection. You don't determine your midsection by the amount of carrier paper. You determine your middle by the vinyl. Where the vinyl stops, that's where your middle is. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pinch here, a little pinch, and I'm gonna come here, and that is my middle. And of course, I already know from the design that this is my middle, but just for the sake of this video, that's the reason why I did that. And not just, you just don't want to be 100% sure and end up missing on the middle. So you want to make sure you determine your middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this right underneath where the ruler, the neck ruler measurement or whatever stops, and I want to align this here. You see this part that I bent, this part here that is bent, that's my middle. I want to align it to this middle here, this part that says middle. You see that? It says center, and the arrow. I'm gonna align the both of them together, and I'm gonna make sure my design is placed on directly underneath the ruler. So I want to make sure. There we go. I'm making sure these two ends are hugging on the on the neck thing here. I don't know what to call it. So now I'm gonna place my design. I will go faster when I'm done with this tutorial. Placement wrong. Placement is very important when making your t-shirts or sweatshirt or whatever you're making. Make sure your placement is correct. So it looks right to me. And now I am gonna go ahead and press this. And what you need when pressing this, you will need your Teflon sheet. So this Teflon sheet helps for even heat distribution. So I'm gonna place this over it so that the heat can be even on this design. Making sure my placement is right. I don't want no crooked. So I'm gonna place this over it and I'm gonna press for 15 seconds. So it is ready. And this is a hot or cold peel, it don't matter. So I'm gonna peel it hot. So I'm gonna go on the side and just pull it. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And you guys can see how beautiful this is, and this is done. So just because I love to, you know, double press just for it to adhere real good. Right now it's good, but I just like to give it one more press. Just the thing that I do, it's not something you have to do. Give it one more press and it should be good after. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this, hang this up, and get on the next one. So guys, this is fire. Ooh wee, can you guys see that? That is beautiful. I love it. So you guys seen exactly how I created this design on Cricut Design Space, how I how I cut this design using my Cricut Air 2, and how I weed this design. And also you guys seen how I also press the design with the instructions, and this is a final result. This came out really beautiful. I love this color. This is the California blue again, and I love it. So these are all the designs, all the colors. It's so pretty, and of course, you know, it's for a customer. That is fire there. And this is so beautiful. I thought the gray, the white is not gonna go on the gray, but man, it looks so beautiful. So this is the end of this tutorial. If this was helpful, all I ask for you to do is to give me thumbs up so that I know this is helpful. If you know this is the kind of videos you guys like, let me know in the comment section so that I can bring a lot of videos like this for you guys, because I have a lot of videos, a lot of ideas when it has to do with t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever. And even if you want sublimation, making tumblers and all of that, let me know in the comment section. I will be helping you guys a lot, because I have my sublimation tumbler maker machine or whatever you call that, and I haven't done nothing yet. I've not had the time, but I'm trying to create time for myself. Excuse, I'm chewing my gum. But you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys want from me, because you guys have seen a lot of videos on how to make tutus, and you've seen a lot. So I'm trying to branch out on every aspect of my business. I'm not just making tutus. I make t-shirt, I make sweatshirt, I make a lot, and also making tumblers, glass, easy glass cans as well. I know how to make that. If you guys want anything of that nature, or if you're trying to be specialized on setting crafts in your business, you're trying to specialize in setting crafts, with your business. Let me know what craft you're trying to get into, and if I have knowledge on that, I will definitely like to help you guys grow your business. As I hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, give me thumbs up, share this video, and do not forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And what else am I leaving out? Don't you forget to stay positive, work hard, and let's all make it happen. Bye bye.